All right, I'm looking at another Fibble. This is a game that's just like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. They're starting us with sleek. The double E would be interesting to do. And then we just need new letters otherwise. So we could do, I don't know, treed? Sure. Okay, well, is there any way that these aren't true? If this one's a lie, then there's two E's, which would make both of those lies. So this can't be a lie. If this is a lie, then that's true. And the only way that the first one can be gray and the second one not gray is if it's green, in which case this one would be a lie. And then that would make this true, and those can't both be true. So no, these are both true. Okay. It's always good to kind of double check, because it's less obvious sometimes when you have the same letter twice. But these are definitely true. One of these is definitely a lie, obviously. We could do this. R-E, and then we need to have an S-L or K. How about rec? That seems pretty good. Ooh, okay. Well, again, either this E or this E is a lie. And so the gray K is definitely true. Could we do... we can't do the W... Can't do the... Well, we can't do W first and the E there. I'm just thinking, do we do the R-E again? And then we need an S or an L. We could do fresh. No, we can't. Because if we do an E, we have to have the W, and it can't be at the beginning. Now that's interesting, because we have to have an S or an L, and we have to have a W. We could do something with an S at the end. Bruise would work. Okay, well, again, the green or the gray E is a lie, so the gray S is true. I mean, it's starting to look like there's no E. That's what it's starting to look like. So the W. We could do. We can't do L. Oh, we can't. Oh, we could do N. We could do groan. Groan. Oh no, we can't. Why can't we do that? Because we don't have any lies. Oh, right. So we need, if we're doing the R and the W and no E, then we need a T or a D. We'd need a C, and we'd need a B. Which is not going to work. It's not going to work. So we can't do the R and the W, which means one of those two is a lie, so these are true. This is true, this is a lie, this is true. Okay. I'm kind of thinking WR. That gives us the W as the lie in rec and bruise. And then we just need a T or a D. Something like wrote, but we can't do the E. Can we do Wrath? Wrath, yeah. Thought that was going to be it. Okay, well, one of the W's is a lie, so we definitely know the green R is true. But other than that, we don't know too much. So again, I mean, the W could be the lie because there's no W. In which case, we'd need to have... Well, we could still have a T. We could still have a T. Which could be anywhere then. It could be here. Tramp? Tramp would work. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. Could the M be the lie? I don't know what else you'd put at the end. You can't put the M there because then it has to be the P. I don't think that the P can't be the lie. The M could be the lie because it's not in the word. I don't think it can be the lie because it's supposed to be green. I don't think it can be true. If it's true, you've got this. Well, no, because then the T, R, or A has to be a lie. We know the R is true. But, I mean, if you did the T and the R and the A was the lie, what are you going to do? This? I don't think it works. I don't think it works to have the M. So, I think it's going to be TRA. I think the M is the lie. Train, of course. Okay. Well, the N obviously can't be the lie. No, wait. It can. The N can't be true. No, it can. Maybe? Oh, no. Because you could do what would that be? The N can't be true, I don't... can it? All right, well, TRAI, if the N is the lie... Can the N be the lie? I guess that's the question. TRAI... What would you have? Trait. Trait with another T. Ah, the double letter. It's always the double letter that gets you. Okay. Man, well, I wanted to do the E, and then I had the R figured out, and tried to do the W, and it was the lie twice in different places, and just wasn't quite getting the right information, but we got there eventually. So let me know how your solve of this puzzle went today, and be sure to subscribe for more.